Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am giving you the details on the Luna Poems 2021 Poetry Contest. So I recently told you guys in a community tab post that at 90,000 subscribers I will be posting this contest, and then I will be releasing the information for you to submit your poems. The winners of this contest will have their poetry read aloud by me and posted by me on this channel in their own video, and I will promote the media platform of their choice so others may find more of their work. I will allow up to 3 different media platforms that you would like to include and be promoted. So if you would like to enter this contest, please carefully listen and read to all that I'm saying for more information. So there are some themes and guidelines that I have set out for this contest. For the themes, you may choose from the following for your submission, and I included faith, hope, love, coming of age, perseverance, nature, a cause you believe in, or a social justice issue that is important to you. I don't want you to get too caught up in the details of the themes. I just wanted to be general, broad topics to give you somewhere to start. For example, if you pick perseverance, you can talk about suffering. Those are, not the same topics, but they are related to each other. So hopefully that gives you an idea as to what I'm looking for. I chose these because my platform is a positive environment to encourage understanding, relatability, and hope. So any entries that glorify or romanticize despair will not be considered. I don't want this channel to make other people be stuck in a cycle of despair. So I hope you guys understand what I'm getting at there. For the rules, you must submit your own work. Plagiarism will not be tolerated. And when I pick the winning submissions, I will be looking online to make sure that no other author has published those before you, just to ensure that you're not taking from their work. And if I do somehow find out that after I post the video of the winning submission that it actually was plagiarized, I will be taking it down. I have no tolerance for plagiarism and taking credit for other people's work. So just don't plagiarize. If you don't plagiarize, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Number 2, you may submit one poem, and don't stress out about this. You guys share with me great poetry all the time. Just post what you're really excited about and proud of. And I promise you, I'm not a super harsh critic. I love reading poetry, and I love hearing about other people's experiences. So don't get too caught up in the fact that you only have one poem to post. Number 3, your submission must be a spoken word poem. Spoken word poems are generally 2 to 3 minutes. If you look on my channel, I do have some that are 1 minute, one that's 3.5 minutes. So I'm not picky with the time limit as long as it makes sense for the content of your poem. A lot of you have been asking about poetry style, whether it matters if it rhymes or not, if there's any other literary devices that I'm looking at. I don't care about literary devices. If you like to use rhyming poems, that's wonderful. If you don't, that's fine too. I personally write with a mix of a bunch of different types of literary devices, so just whatever is natural to you, whatever you're inspired to write, I want to hear it. Number 4, your submission must be written in English, and I know that I do have a lot of non-English speakers here, but unfortunately I only speak English, so I will only be able to read English poems. But I do hope that since my channel is an English channel, that if you are here, it is because you do speak English. Number 5, do not use texting lingo in your submission. Use proper grammar and proofread and edit your poem before submitting it. This is only because it'll make it easier for me to read your poem and to understand what it's saying. I know that when you write your own poem, you understand how you want it read and what it means and the context of it all, but because I am a new reader who has fresh eyes to your work, it'll be more difficult for me to understand what you're saying if you don't use proper grammar, and if you shorten words and have abbreviations, etc. Number 6, poems using vulgar and offensive language will not be accepted. This includes swearing, this includes attacking individual people. Just be nice, make sure that it's family friendly. That's all really that I'm asking for that department. Number 7, you must be subscribed to Luna Poems YouTube channel and following Luna Poems on Instagram. Now, I did have a lot of people comment on the community tab asking about the Instagram portion, because many of you guys said you don't have other social media, and I totally understand that. I don't have personal Instagram either, only for this channel. So what I have decided for that, I want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to enter, and I don't want social media to be the hindrance on that. So if you don't have an Instagram, on the submission, the Google form, I have allowed you to I've included a portion where you can say that your Instagram is not available, and I wrote it specifically on there. You'll see it when you click on the form to understand what I'm saying. But just know, though, that it's preferential that you do have an Instagram. Preferred, that's the wrong word, preferential. Preferred that you do have an Instagram. And but if you say that your Instagram is not available, then obviously I won't be able to promote that as a platform if that is one of your top 3. So either you have an Instagram and it can be promoted, or you don't and it can't be promoted. But either way, I want you to be able to participate if you don't have social media as well. So for the judging process, I will be judging poems by their flow, cohesion, creativity, and content. The easier it is to read, the better. I think simple poems that don't, take a dictionary to digest are better, because it allows for a wider audience to be able to understand it. I want to make sure that everybody who watches and reads your poem, that they have the best experience possible in reading it. And simplicity, I think, personally really helps make that possible. So also, as far as creativity goes, creativity is really subjective and it's ever expanding, so don't get too caught up in that. Like I said, I read your poems all the time online on Instagram. You guys tag me in things and I love them. So don't get too caught up. I'm not this super harsh critic who's going to be, all over each word and being like, well, you could have said this, you could have said that. No, that's not at all how it's going to be. For tips, I like simplicity, as I was saying. Look at my videos for reference if you would like, and you'll see that I don't use giant words that require a dictionary, and my themes are fairly simple concepts, just general ideas that I think many people can relate to. And then that kind of goes into number 2, which is relatability is key. The more relatable your poem may be for a general audience, the better. But I do know that some topics are very personal to the individual, and I won't discredit that at all. So if you do have a personal experience that maybe, a million people won't relate to, I don't want you to feel like you can't share that because of this relatability portion. I'm just trying to give you guys general ideas so you know where to start. But yeah, I would love to read personal experiences too. I'm just trying to say that relatability does really help in general. Number 3, authenticity is important. The more natural your word choice appears and the more real your poem appears, I would think the better. I don't like pretentious writing, as I was saying, so I would advise against it. I'm just, bottom line, just be you. Make your poem how you really are as a person, and that's all really that I'm asking here. So there will be 3 winning poems, and since there are only 1 submission per person who posts their poem, then there will be 3 winners. So the contest ends once Luna Poems reaches 105,000 YouTube subscribers, stuttering on my words, sorry guys, please bear with me, and 2,500 Instagram followers. So just know, though, that this is there are 2 conditions to this. So if one condition is met and the other has not yet been met, then this contest is still open. So both must be fulfilled before it ends. And you may submit your poem all the way through until it ends. So all submissions do become the property of Luna Poems and will be considered for publication on the Luna Poems YouTube channel. I say this because I just want to be able to have full rights to publish your work if you are a winning submission. Of course, all winning submissions will be credited for their work on the screen at the beginning of the video. And you will also have the platform information that you chose to give me in the description of the video and in my pinned comment on the video for viewers to find your work. If you don't win, if you're not a winning submission, I don't want this to stress you out at all. I'm not going to look at your poetry again. I'm not going to touch it or anything. I just want to make sure that I do have the right to publish the winning poems. And then, of course, if you do have any questions, please comment them under the community tab post for this. It's called Luna Poems 2021 Poetry Contest. And this is so others who may have the same question can see my answer to them as well. I want to make it as easy as possible for everybody, so I don't have to answer, the same 100 questions as somebody else, and I don't want other people to keep asking questions when it's already been answered before. So just make it on that post right there. If you do want to comment under this video, that's fine, but I would prefer if we keep it all in the same place under that post. And for fairness, please don't ask me to proofread your poem for you. This is because I want to make sure that I have no bias towards a certain poem over another if I had any part in writing it in any way. So I will not be helping people with their submission post. That's just to make it fair for everybody. I hope you guys understand. And lastly, Luna Poems is a monetized channel, and Luna Poems receives ad revenue for monetization. All videos that I post on this channel are set up for monetization, and I do earn ad revenue on them. So for the winning submission, I will be earning ad revenue on that winning poem. I just want to make sure you guys are aware of this, so that way if you are uncomfortable with that, then you don't have to submit. But by submitting your entry, you do agree to all of these rules, notes, terms, etc. listed in this post here and everything that I'm explaining. So that is all. I hope that this all makes sense to you. Again, please ask questions. I would love to answer your questions. And yeah, thank you guys for honestly making this possible. I cannot believe that I'm holding a poetry contest. I really can't. But I'm glad that I have this opportunity to help promote you guys' work. So that is all for this explanation, and I will talk to you later. Bye!